working for me. So I think this applies to anybody. Doesn't matter what age you are, doesn't matter if you're male, female, what your ethnicity is. Like, everybody can benefit from setting personal goals. And why is it important to set goals? Without knowing where you want to go, you're going to end up going nowhere if you don't plan anything out. So I think that statement is very true. And goals give us something to measure success. So it just gives you something to know, like, this is where I want to go, this is where I'm heading, and to know if you've reached your actual goal. And it also keeps you accountable, so that if you say you're going to do it, and you also let that be known to other people, whether that's your housemate, spouse, or best friend, mother, family member, they can ask you about it. Hey, how's it going with the project you say you're going to start? Helps hold you accountable. Okay, so it's not only important just to set goals. There are certain measures that you have to have when you set a goal, and this is just a basic standard of goal setting. It's SMART goals. So it's just an acronym. So specific is the S, and it's just about being detailed and knowing exactly what it is that you want to do. So instead of saying I want to lose weight as a goal, because I know a lot of women, we all have body images that we're like, oh, I want to gain weight, lose weight, but that's not very specific. How much weight do you want to lose, and in what particular amount of time are you trying to accomplish that? So that answers your who, what, when, and why, and how for your goals that you're setting. Measurable is the M. And you want to be able to identify how you're going to measure whatever the goal is that you want to achieve. So if it's a monetary goal, you're going to have X amount of dollars in your bank account by the end of the month. So that's something you can measure, so you know if you're getting to where you want to go. And the A is attainable. And this part for me is really, because I'm a big time dreamer, so I think anything in the world is possible, and I don't care what somebody's goal is. It can be as big as it wants to be. So attainable is not, oh, I'm not that person, I can't do that, and getting into yourself like that. No, that's not what that means. It's just making sure you have the tools to get your goal accomplished. So realistic, for example, like if you want to learn how to swim, you need to have a pool to accomplish that goal. So that's something that you need to have to be attainable. If you live in a desert with no water, it's going to be really difficult to set a goal to learn how to swim without that water. Is your goal relevant to your life? I'm not going to set a goal right now to complete a 1,000-piece puzzle, because that's not really getting me where I want to go in life. It's not really something that's important. It's not really relevant right now. Maybe if I have a lot of free time and I've accomplished all my life goals, hey, I want to complete a 1,000-piece puzzle. But right now I'm looking at what's my big picture, and are all these little goals that I'm setting leading me to get to the big picture that I'm trying to accomplish. And timely. It's really important whenever you set a goal to have a time frame that you want to accomplish it. So if I say I want to be a millionaire, well, when do I want to be a millionaire? I turn 35, I want to be a millionaire. So that's my date. That's what everything that I'm going to be setting and working on is going to be in time for 35. That's the lifestyle. So you want to have your dream home, whatever that looks like, because everybody's different. Some people might want to ranch, some people might want to live on the beach, you might want to live in the woods by yourself and be isolated. It's whatever your specific goal and dream is. For me, I would prefer to be on the beach, open up my back patio, see a beautiful sunrise, and I have the love of my life is there, and maybe we have kids, maybe we don't. I don't know. I haven't really figured that out yet. But I know to get to what I want to get to, I'm going to have certain financial goals. I'm going to have relationship goals. I'm going to have health goals. Because for me, losing weight's not important. I want to look good in my bathing suit when I go outside of my dream house and there's a beautiful beach and I go out in my bathing suit. That's what's important to me. So I'm going to set goals that look at the lifestyle. So whatever your lifestyle goal is, that's what you need to start building, these little goals to get to your lifestyle goal. And they have two kinds of goals. We just talked about that. So the long-term goal of that situation is I want to be happy with my family. I want to have, my finances in order. I'm not in debt. I'm not worried about where's my next meal coming from or anything like that. I'm just secure in my finances. I'm healthy. I'm happy. The people I love are happy. That's the long-term goal. An example for a goal is I want to have a Toyota Camry by the end in 1 year. That's a long-term goal. You said when you want to get it, what you want. And now we want to talk about what's leading up to that short-term goal. If you don't have a bank account and if you're not saving any money, that might be the one short-term goal you put in place to just propel you to start getting there. So I'm going to open up a bank account on Friday, a saving account. So that way each time you make a check, you put to the side 10% of that and you keep saving it up until you make enough money to where you're able to purchase that Camry. With motivators, I think this is really important because there's two different types of motivations. Extrinsic motivators. Okay, so those are outside influences that you got. You got your friends, your family, your coach, your trainer, whatever competition or program. So I know for me, like we all have people in our life that want things for us. So I don't know, maybe, say for instance, your mom was like, you know what, I really think you should get sober. I think you should go to AA, or I think you should seek treatment. You love your mother, of course, you believe what she's saying, but that's still not going to be enough because that's an outside motivation for you. The only way you're really going to get it done is when it's an intrinsic motivator. Because these are great. Like, if my dad's telling me, hey, Chantelle, I think you should, I don't know. He says a lot of stuff. But he says a lot of stuff, but that don't mean I always have to listen to it. If it's not something that motivates me, it doesn't matter if he wants it for me. I got to want it for myself. So, yeah, they say it's very helpful, but it's much less effective than intrinsic motivators. And that's why are you doing what you're doing for yourself? So whatever goal you set, you have to look at that inside. Why am I doing this? What is my motivation? Why am I here trying to get sober? Why am I going to these AA meetings? Why am I taking these courses? Or whatever it is that you're doing, you have to know why you're doing it and what your motivation is. And like I said, like outside motivation is not going to get you as far as when you realize what's going on inside. Because those are the long-term goals. So everything
college is the long-term goal.
Yeah, you don't have a GED. The step that you take first is identifying what the long-term goal is, because you need to know where you're going.
That's what I wanted to hear.
I want to get my college degree. I want to get my own home by this time. I want to achieve this. All you need to do is write those things down, set a date when you want to do it, and then break it down. What do I need to do first? I need to get my GED. I need to be sober for a year's time. Whatever personal goal you have before you're ready to move out. I need to sustain a job for X amount of time and save up this amount of money for a security deposit. Right. I mean, all those things are possible. That's why I'm saying, like, nothing is impossible. You just have to break it down into smaller goals to achieve what you're trying to get with the big picture. When you anticipate obstacles, you're able to come up with strategies to overcome them. What's an obstacle that can come up for anyone who's looking for housing?
Credit, background.
Credit, background. Okay, that's something you identify as an obstacle that could come up. One solution you can do is look into what kind of credit repair can I go into and what can I do to already fix my credit a couple more points before I go and have my credit ran before I get this apartment. That's anticipating a problem that potentially could hinder you or slow down your goal. So that's going to help you overcome that. How you view the obstacle is going to determine the outcome and how you are able to reach your goal. Because if you view those obstacles as, well, if I run into this wall, then maybe that's just God's sign of telling me that I'm not supposed to move out. I'm not supposed to have this. If you look at the obstacle in your way as something to say, like, maybe I should just quit. It's not for me. Ultimately, that's what you're going to get. You're going to quit and you're not going to get that goal that you're looking for. But anyone who views an obstacle as just a challenge that's accepted, like, okay, I know I might not have great credit, but I'm going to fix my credit. If I need to cut up a couple credit cards, I'm going to do whatever is necessary to fix my credit so I can move out. You're going to have the best chance of being successful in reaching your goal that you want. Make it measurable. Make it something that's attainable, relevant to your life. If that's something that's going to help you get to your end goal, do that. And then time.